43-8, right? 43-8? 43-8, yeah. That was the score of Super Bowl. 43-8. Who won? Seattle. Who lost? Denver. Let me ask you a question. Did you learn anything from it? You weren't watching, you're right, because you were here. But let's see what we can learn from the Super Bowl. 2 weeks before the Super Bowl, everybody was bragging. The best offense against the best defense. The rules of the NFL make it tougher for defense, make it easier for a high-flying offense. And yet, the defense won. I think out of the 10 last years, seven times the best offense lost to the best defense in the Super Bowl. But the case of Seattle needs to be learned a little bit more. Seattle won because Seattle was functioning. They did not play as an individual. They did not rely on one person. In other words, they did not put all the eggs into the Peyton Manning basket. The whole concept of the Denver Broncos was Peyton Manning which is a superb quarterback, but it was all dependent on him. But if Peyton Manning doesn't do well, the whole Denver Broncos doesn't do well. Where Seattle, the special team played well and they scored. The passing game scored. The running game didn't work, so the passing game worked. This didn't work, that won't work. Offense doesn't work, defense worked. They designed the team, they started years before. They designed the team on the fact that it's going to be aggressive and not letting go. If you saw how their defense played when they were leading 43-8, they played just like they were possessed. They didn't let go. They played as a team. And the reason why they won is because they played as a team. They didn't play as individuals. Us also, are we what? On a national and on an individual level. Are we the Denver Broncos, or we have the attitude of the Seattle Seahawks? Do we rely on this one skill that we have, and we put all our eggs on that? Or we play team? Do we rely on one person as an individual or as a nation, on one person to do everything for us, and if he doesn't, we all fail? If you want to win the Super Bowl of your life, as a nation and as an individual, well, you got to, first of all, start 4 years before you're going to win the Super Bowl. Your preparation starts 4 years before. If you somehow got into the Super Bowl and won, you lost. You should see all those big quarterbacks, whether it's Aaron Rodgers, whether it's, who else is there? Drew Brees, Peyton Manning. All these great quarterbacks won only one Super Bowl. They never won 2 or 3 or 4. Even the New England Patriots, which I don't really like, when they won the Super Bowl, is because they had a great defense. The San Francisco 49ers, where they won, they have a great defense. Now take those terminology and turn it internally into you. What's your defense? How is your internal defense playing? Are you getting out there on every play to scramble? Are you possessed? Are you playing like you psyched up of everything? You're not going to let any intruder out? Are you going to go out there? Or are you going to kind of slack? On your own defense. When the intruder comes, and we have different intruders, are you motivated by a team effort internally, that all your body is geared towards one thing that's called Avodat Hashem? Or you are motivated by one particular incident in you, or one particular desire in you, is one wants to have fun, the other one wants to be rich, the other one wants to be famous, this one wants to do that. And this is the theme of your life. It's about one particular thing, not this whole thing that's called your life. Are you building a team to win one time? Or are you trying to build a franchise that would last, a legacy that would last for a long time? And when your major players get hit, do you have somebody to come in and to play, maybe not on the same level, but with even a greater enthusiasm that will be able to carry? Are you enthusiastic? If you want to learn about how to operate into life, look at how the Seattle Seahawks were playing. They were hungry. They believed, and the question is, and I saw an interview with this guy, what's his name, the quarterback, Wilson, I don't know, whatever his name is, Russell Wilson. He said, everybody's telling him, well, you're short, you're this, you're that. He said, well, that's how I played all the time. I was short, and the question is, why not us? Why not, everybody's saying, why not us? If you don't ask your question, why not me? Everybody's telling you, ooh, this rabbi is a big Talmid Chacham. You ask yourself a question, why not me? Why him and not me? Are you willing to do this? Are you excited? And the problem that we have is we're not excited. We're all torn inside. We want to play. We want to be the flashy player. Everybody wants to be the quarterback. Everything is the quarterback, the quarterback, the quarterback. But really what wins you championship is your defense. Is your linemen. Is those who create the havoc in the opponent. Do you have it when you interact with your world? Do we have it as a nation? Look at Israel. The way Israel is operating right now. They don't play like a team. They have the army. They have this one. They have science. But they don't operate as a team. They're never going to win anything. They're just going to lose. Every time they're going to come to the main stage, they're going to lose. They don't operate as a team. I saw something fascinating. There is I don't know why, the few Russian soccer teams that come into play in Israel, I don't know, the practice center, learning that. And it really caught my eye. You see the two dark-skinned people, I don't know if they're from Brazil or whatever they are, they're having a great time. They love Tel Aviv, they love Yerushalayim. But you know what fascinated me? The guy said, I ate spaghetti and I had meat and I wanted to put some cheese, but I would not do it because I know that this is not kosher and that's what they do in this place, and I don't do it. I don't respect them. Do we share the same respect to our own thing? This is a guy who comes to play soccer. It's this attitude behind it. You are not going to. If you look at the football teams, let's say we're talking football, so I'll talk football. There are some teams who are going to be forever losers, and not for lack of talent. I think almost everybody that plays at those level, the NFL and so on and so forth, have sheer, unbelievable, undoubtable talent. I mean, the borderline machines. They're not human beings. I mean, what they do with their body is unbelievable. Anyone. And yet, there are teams that are the ultimate losers. They never win anything. And they're always regardless, how high the draft they do, they always have a losing or a losing record and so on and so forth. They always get the best high draft picks and they always lose. How is this possible? How is it possible? I'll tell you, very simple. Their attitude stinks. They don't play as a team. They don't have somebody. The job of the coach is to take the people and not only to bring the best out of them, is to mold them into a team that is unbreakable. Well, that will be your job as parents. That will be your job as community leaders. That will be your job as national leader. That will be your job for yourself, because you are the team of yourself as well. Are you playing for the team? It's not that you're a team player or you're individual. You need to be able to play both well. But when you play for the team, you give it all you have. You play with everything. You don't miss a tackle. You put an effort. That you see something, two people coming in. It's an amazing thing to watch those people play and to learn Mussar about your life. About how, if you ever wonder, why don't you achieve anything in your life? Why don't you achieve greatness? It's because of your attitude. You don't want to give 150%. Needless to say, 100% of your ability. You're not motivated. We're lucky if we're going to get 50% out of you. And it does not make a difference how gifted you are, because we are all gifted in one way or another. One is gifted in playing piano. The other one is gifted in throwing karate kicks. This one is, I don't know what you're gifted in. Everybody has their own gift that they're unique. But yet they never do anything with it. Why? Because they never tapped into the maximum. You never got into your red zone of your RPM. When your engine is, if you look at the cars, you look at the charts, the maximum torque or maximum horsepower will come almost at the maximum at the beginning of your red zone, which most people don't get into the red zone of their RPM. So you never tapped into the full potential of your own self. In other words, you belong to the losing team. You are a loser. Why? Not because you don't win. It's because you don't put the effort. You always stand, well, the referees were too rough for me, the situation, right? It's always like this. Every crying team, the refs were bad, this was bad, that was bad, the rain, the snow. Look at all those winners. It didn't make a difference how nasty the referees were, how bad the weather was. You know, again, look at, what's his name, the guy from San Francisco? Kaepernick, when he plays in, where did he play in? Green Bay. It was freezing cold, the coldest game ever. So I'm going up with short sleeves. It's not because I'm not cold. It's because of my attitude. Those things don't bother me. You decide what bothers you. You decide if you're going to fail, you're going to succeed. You decide if you're going to go to the championship. You decide, first of all, if you go to the playoff. And then you decide if you go to the championship. And then you decide if you want to go and win the Super Bowl. And you know when Seattle won the Super Bowl? They won the Super Bowl from the first time, the first play on the field. After it was all gone. Right? Wrong. They won the Super Bowl when they went on the field. In the tunnels, they went on the field. They're going to decide to win it. How about you? Now what I want to tell you is, yes, we were talking about football. We're just trying to make it parallel to you, to make you understand what is missing in your Avodat Hashem. The laws of the Torah are not the problem. Rabbis are not the problem. We just talked about, why I cannot paint on Shabbat, or draw, sketch on Shabbat, or why can I, and so on and so forth. And all of a sudden, when you look at things differently, you see that all the laws of Rabbanat, all the rabbinical laws, are actually tremendous. Thank you so much. Could give us a little bit more, because they're wonderful. I don't know what I would have done without it. So it's not the problem with the laws to do or not to do. It's not the problem with the stringencies or the leniencies. It's not the problem with that. Regardless of what reform and conservative people would tell you. The problem is not with that. The problem is with your attitude. I told you this 1,000,000 times. If I would tell you, you're at the bottom of the Empire State Building, ground level, Take this 30-pound bag, and make it 50. 50 pounds. Put it on your shoulders and bring it all the way up to the observatory over there, all the way to the top. Not elevator, stairs. Well, why should I do that? Why? Because I told you to. So you're going to go upstairs and you're going to bitch and moan and you're going to curse and you sometimes says I can't do this anymore and you're going to blame me and da-da-da-da-da. But then there will be a guy who says, listen, he told me to do it. I told you to do it. You know, I'm working for him. I'm a daily worker. That's what I got to do. I signed up for it. What can I do? So out of 100 people, one decided that he can make it. And he goes up to the top and he puts the bag down. Another boss says, now open it. And whatever is inside is yours. And you open it, you have pure gold, 24 karat gold inside. Would you tell me that it was worth it? You know how much is 50 pounds of gold? It's a lot. How many of you would carry 50 pounds if I would tell you, I'll give you a 50-pound bag on your back and you get to the top, you get $100,000. How many of you would cry? What will happen if I will tell you from the beginning, listen, there's 50 pounds of gold here. You bring it up, it's yours. Now elevate it. What will you do? You would run. There would not be a problem. The straps would tear your shoulders, you would bleed, and you would bring it up because you know what's in it. So it's not how heavy it is. It's how motivated you are. And that's the bottom line. And if it's hard for you to keep Shabbat, and if it's hard for you to keep mitzvot, and if it's hard for you to learn every day, it's simply because you're not motivated. That attitude will continue to linger throughout your life and everything that you'll touch. It won't be just for Torah. It will be for your college. It will be for the effort you'll put in your relationship. It will be in anything you'll do. In other words, you're living your life at about 10% of your capacity. Why bother? That's my question to you. So as you could see, you could learn from everything if you decide to learn from everything. Have a great day.